Hello everyone and welcome back to English Podcast Academy. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Hi everyone, we're so glad you're here. Today we're taking a trip down memory lane and talking about something almost everyone remembers, your first job. Whether it was a bakery, a cafe, a shop, or a summer internship, your first job taught you lessons you still use today.
In this episode we'll share stories, teach useful vocabulary and natural phrases, practice role plays you can repeat, and give tips for talking about work in interviews and casual conversations. This script is perfect for video podcasting, friendly, practical, and full of examples you can use right away.
Grab a notebook, and if you're watching, try the short speaking exercises with us. Ready? Let's begin! Stories and scenes.
First jobs are full of stories, awkward moments, small victories, and surprising lessons. Let's set the scene with two short personal stories. These will give you natural language to describe your own experience.
Story 1, The Bakery.
My first job was at a small bakery near my house. I was 16 and so nervous when I applied. On my first day, I dropped a tray of cupcakes in front of customers. I froze. My boss calmly said, "Pick them up." I learned to smile through mistakes and to keep going. Language to notice: apply for a job, part-time, shift, tray, pick them up, make a good impression, hands-on experience. Story 2, The Fast Food Shift.
I worked at a fast food restaurant. My first shift started at 6 a.m. I burned the first 3 batches of fries. My colleague asked, "Have you ever used a fryer before?" I felt in over my head. After a week, I became the fastest fry person in the kitchen. Practice made me confident. Language to notice: shift, colleague, in over my head, hands-on experience, practice makes perfect. These short scenes show common first job moments, nervousness, mistakes, learning by doing, and small wins. When you tell your own story, follow a simple structure: context, problem, or moment, action, lesson.
Example template you can use: my first job was at. I worked. On my first day. I felt. I learned. Try it now and say one sentence out loud.
Vocabulary and natural phrases. Let's go through the most useful words and phrases you'll need when talking about your first job. We'll give definitions and example sentences you can copy.
Job application vocabulary. Apply for a job, to ask officially for a job. I applied for a job at the cafe near my school. Interview, a meeting where an employer asks questions. I was nervous during my interview, but I answered honestly. Resume or CV, a document listing your education and experience. I updated my resume before applying.
Work schedule and roles. Part-time, working fewer hours than full-time. I had a part-time job while I was studying. Full-time, working the standard number of hours. After graduation, I moved to a full-time position. Shift, a set period of work, morning, afternoon, night. My shift was from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Colleague or coworker, someone you work with. My colleague taught me how to use the register.
Tasks and actions. Serve customers, help people who come to the shop. I served customers and took orders. Handle cash or use the register, manage payments. I learned to handle cash and give change. Stock shelves or restock, put products on shelves. I restocked the shelves every morning. Clean or close up, tidy the place and finish the day. I cleaned the counter and closed up the shop.
Feelings and reactions. Nervous or anxious, feeling worried. I was nervous on my first day. Embarrassed, feeling awkward about a mistake. I felt embarrassed when I spilled coffee. Proud, feeling good about an achievement. I felt proud when I finished my first week. Overwhelmed or in over my head, feeling the task is too difficult. At first I was in over my head, but I learned quickly.
Work-related nouns. Paycheck, the money you receive for work. My first paycheck taught me the value of money. Minimum wage, the lowest legal hourly pay. Most first jobs pay minimum wage. Hands-on experience, learning by doing. Hands-on experience helped me improve fast. Dead-end job, a job with little chance to grow. It felt like a dead-end job, but I learned important skills.
Use these words in short practice sentences. For example, I worked part-time at a bakery. I handled cash and served customers. My first paycheck was small, but I learned responsibility. Role plays and practice.
Now we'll do practical role plays. Pause after each line and repeat. These are great for video podcasts because viewers can speak along.
Role play 1, applying for a job.
Tell me about yourself and why you want this job.
My name is Mike. I'm a student and I'm looking for a part-time job. I'm reliable and I enjoy working with people. I'd like to learn more about customer service.
Role play 2, first day conversation.
Welcome. Today you'll be on the register. Do you have any questions?
Yes, could you show me how to give change? I haven't used a register before.
Of course. I'll show you step by step. Role play 3, talking about a mistake.
Colleague, what happened with the cupcakes?
I dropped the tray. I'm sorry. I'll clean it up and be more careful next time.
Colleague, don't worry. It happens. Let's pick them up together. After repeating, try to personalize each role play with your own details, the place, the time, the task. Record yourself and listen back, you'll notice improvements quickly.
Interview language and how to frame your first job. Many viewers will want to use their first job experience in interviews. Here's how to frame it positively and professionally.
Structure for interview answers: situation, task, action, result, star. Keep it short and specific.
Example 1, customer service skill. Situation: at my first job in a bakery, we were very busy on weekends. Task: I needed to serve customers quickly while keeping a friendly attitude. Action: I learned to prioritize orders and communicate clearly with the kitchen. Result: we reduced wait times and received positive feedback from customers.
Example 2, reliability and responsibility. Situation: I worked early morning shifts at a cafe. Task: I had to open the shop and prepare everything before customers arrived. Action: I arrived early, followed a checklist, and trained a new colleague. Result: the morning shift ran smoothly and my manager trusted me with opening duties.
Phrases to use in interviews. I developed strong customer service skills. I learned to work under pressure and manage time effectively. I became reliable and punctual. I improved my communication and teamwork skills.
Avoid negative framing like it was just a dead-end job. Instead say, it was a great learning experience that taught me responsibility. This shows growth and positivity.
Common challenges and how to talk about them. First jobs are not always perfect. Here are common challenges and natural ways to talk about them.
Low pay. Problem: I earned minimum wage and felt disappointed. How to say it: my first job paid minimum wage, but it taught me the value of hard work and budgeting. Why this works: you acknowledge the reality and show what you learned.
Difficult colleagues or bosses. Problem: I had a colleague who complained a lot. How to say it: I worked with different personalities and learned how to communicate and stay professional. Why this works: you avoid blaming and emphasize skill development.
Physical demands: standing long hours. Problem: I stood for 8 hours and it was tiring. How to say it: the job was physically demanding, but it improved my stamina and work ethic. Why this works: you turn a negative into a positive skill.
Feeling inexperienced. Problem: I felt in over my head at first. How to say it: I was inexperienced, but I learned quickly through hands-on practice and feedback. Why this works: you show humility and a growth mindset.
Use these patterns: state the challenge, show what you did, explain the positive outcome. This is a strong way to present any difficulty.
Many lessons, expressions and idioms. Here are idioms and expressions that make your story sound natural and native-like. Use them sparingly.
Make a good impression, to create a positive view of yourself. I wanted to make a good impression on my first day.
Hands-on experience, learning by doing. Hands-on experience helped me improve quickly.
In over my head, in a situation that is too difficult. On day 1 I was in over my head.
Dead-end job, a job with no growth opportunities. It felt like a dead-end job, but I learned useful skills.
Pick up the pace, work faster. After a week I picked up the pace and became faster.
On the job, while working. I learned many skills on the job.
Practice these idioms in sentences about your own experience. For example, I was in over my head at first, but on the job I learned quickly.
Practical tips and mini challenges. Here are practical tips for anyone talking about their first job, and a few mini challenges to practice.
Tips for speaking about your first job. Be specific, use numbers or short examples. I worked 15 hours a week. I served 50 customers on a busy Saturday.
Show growth, emphasize what you learned. I improved my communication skills.
Use positive framing. Turn negatives into lessons. It was tough, but it taught me responsibility.
Practice aloud. Record a 60-second summary and listen back.
Use STAR for interviews. Situation, task, action, result.
Many challenges, 1-week plan. Day 1, write a 3-sentence summary of your first job.
Day 2, record yourself telling one funny or embarrassing moment.
Day 3, practice an interview answer using STAR.
Day 4, use 3 new vocabulary words in sentences.
Day 5, role-play a manager asking about your experience.
Day 6, share a short story in the comments or with a friend.
Day 7, reflect. What skill from your first job helps you now?
These small tasks build confidence and fluency. Try them and notice how your storytelling improves.
Closing and call to action. Let's finish with a short recap and a friendly challenge for our viewers.
Recap: your first job is a rich source of language and life lessons. Use the simple structure: context, moment, action, lesson to tell your story. Use vocabulary like part-time, shift, colleague, paycheck, hands-on experience, and idioms like in over my head and make a good impression. Frame challenges as learning opportunities and practice your answers for interviews.
Final practice, repeat after us. My first job was at place. I worked hours or shift. On my first day, moment. I learned lesson. Now personalize it and record 160 to 90-second story.
We want to hear from you. In the comments, tell us, what was your first job and one thing it taught you? Use one vocabulary word from today, maybe hands-on experience or paycheck. We'll read and respond to your examples.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend who's learning English. Practice a little every day and your confidence will grow.
Thanks for spending time with us on English Podcast Academy. Keep practicing, keep telling your stories, and remember, every job teaches you something valuable.
See you next time. Bye everyone.